Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. It's our pleasure to welcome you to Global Air Cargo Alliance's new members introduction. This virtual event is designed for getting to know our new members and gives the opportunity to introduce your company to our growing community as well. Global Air Cargo Alliance is composed of network members who have credible reputations in handling air freight customers. Our network provides a platform that enables qualified air freight agents to deliver specific needs that can be trusted only to companies with know-how in the business. Today's program will last about 1 hour. All right. So at this time, we will have our community open mic for the next few minutes, where we get the chance to meet some of the companies that are attending here today. So please turn on your cameras for this segment. All right. I'll go through the gallery view out. When I call your name, please unmute yourself and give us a short introduction about yourself, where you're from, which company you represent, and how you're doing today. All right, so let's take a look around the room right now. How about we start with Atie Parsa? You can just unmute your microphone, please. Did I say your name correctly? Atie Parsa? Is that correct? All right, we'll wait a couple seconds. Maybe we'll have to come back around to Atie in a second. But let's go ahead and go to our next person. How about, let's see here. Sean Subramani.
Hi everyone, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Greetings from South Africa. Thanks for allowing me to join this session, and I look forward to learning more about this network.
All right. Are you already a part of GAA or just looking to inquire about what we're doing here?
I'm actually looking and inquiring to join in a new network. So this is a nice to learn about the partners and what they could offer us for South Africa.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for joining us today, and we hope that we can fulfill whatever you're looking for.
Thank you, Don.
Sean. All right, let's go. Let's try again with Atie Parsa. Are you there? Can you unmute your microphone? There you go. Hi, how are you doing today? Oh, I see. I think we're having some audio issues even with your microphone. I can't quite hear you. I see you talking, but I can't quite hear you. So that's okay. We'll go ahead and move on to someone else. I hope you enjoy the meeting today nonetheless. All right. Let's go next to Govinder Full. Are you there, Govinder?
Yes, I'm there. Hi, how are you all, fellow GAA
Good.
members? I'm from Rwanda and I'm representing FFR, which is the short form of Freight Forwarders Rwanda Limited. So we are in East Africa. It's lovely, beautiful, sunny morning, and I look forward to have more interaction further with all fellow members.
All right, great. And I heard you're already a member of the GAA, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay, fantastic. Glad to have you here today. Thanks for joining. All right, let's go move on to, let's do one more. How about Marius Yankovicius? Are you there, Marius?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you just fine. Where are you joining us today? Where are you joining us from today?
Hi, guys. Best wishes from Lithuania, actually, Eastern Europe. And Vilnius, the capital of the Lithuania, it's totally mess up and the wet weather and the cold, but whatever, it is what it is. No, we're not a member yet. It's a new beginning for us, and it's actually new alliance for us. That's why we wanted to look up and just to catch up with you guys, and just look how we could fit in.
Mm-hmm. Great. Well, I hope you find what you're looking for with GAA. And I'm
Yeah.
sure if you have any questions or if you'd like to network with anyone, just go ahead and message us in the chat box. Thank you very
Yeah.
much for
Thank
joining
you.
us, Marius, in this rainy day in Lithuania.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so that'll do it for our community open mic for now. So right now, I'd like to move on to our next segment of our program, which is the sponsors introduction. And for this segment, we're featuring 3 of our event sponsors from our last event in Vietnam. So first, we have Ultra Kosiara Panat, global partner of Sonic Interfreight from Thailand. Next, we have Karen Williams. Well, actually, we'll go ahead and have you go ahead and speak already, Ultra. So go ahead and we'll hear a few words from you right now.
Hello.
Hello, Ultra. How are you?
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you just fine.
Hi everyone. Good afternoon from Thailand. Sonic Interfreight is based in Thailand, and Sonic has established since 1995. We got a 28 years experience, and we are listed company in Thailand Stock Exchange. So that means our company financial is very transparent and trustable. We have total 7 locations in Thailand. Our head office is in Bangkok, and another branch office is in Lam Chabang. We also have set up a new office at Bangkok Airport to serving all the air shipment. We got a very professional team which specialize in the air cargo. Moreover, besides of air and sea, we are also strong in the transportation. Our company have our own truck, and now we have more than 250 truck heads and more than 400 chassis. We are handle the cross-border shipment, and currently we have 5 cross-border routes that pass through the Cambodia, Laos, Malaysia, Singapore, and Vietnam. Now our company have more than 300 staff and more than 40 sales people. So if you need any support from Thailand, please feel free to let us know. We guarantee that you get the best product from us. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Ultra. And now let's introduce our next sponsor. Let's call on Karen Williams. It's your time to share your information. Air Import Manager of Velta International from the UK.
Hi, everyone. I'm from the UK, Velta International. I'm going to keep it brief because obviously we're going to meet in Phuket next year, so we need to have something to talk about then. We have 3 offices in the UK, London Heathrow, Manchester, and Felixstowe is our head office. We handle everything that all of us do, air freight, sea freight, warehousing, logistics. Yeah, that's it. We've been members of GAA since the beginning, actually. So it's a good network and we've met some great partners.
Right, great. Thank you so much, Karen. We'll be looking forward to seeing you in Phuket next March, I believe is the date. All right, next we have Daniel Rodriguez, CNR Director of Molds Trans from Spain. Hi, Daniel.
Hello, a pleasure to meet you all. We are partners from GAA. Moltrans is a family company founded in 1979. We cover the countries of Spain and Portugal, and we have our own offices in the main cities of these territories and our own warehouses. Our main divisions is forwarding division. I would like to mention we are IATA and
Spain shipment schedule வர மாட்டேங்குது நம்ம மெயின் போட்டு தான் இருக்கு ஆனா இருக்கு அதே மாதிரி அந்த மாஸ்டர் நம்பர் வச்சு போட்டு பார்த்தா காட்ட மாட்டேங்குது
பார்த்தேன் IATA, and we are specialists in perishable products, pharma products, and consumer goods. And so we have a project cargo divisions to handle overseas cargo, overweight cargo, Red Bull, etc. And other main division is custom broker. We are custom brokers in Spain. The third division is logistics. We have warehouses only for logistic purposes, picking, packing, e-commerce. And the last important division that we have in the group Moltrans is international road transport. We connect Spain and Portugal with all Europe, north of Africa, and Turkey. And this is all more or less a picture of Moltrans, and I am at your disposal for anything you need from here. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Daniel. And thank you to all of our featured sponsors. And now it's time for our next segment. And in this next segment, we'll be featuring the first batch of new GAA members that we have invited. The remaining new members will be featured in our next virtual event. And we have prepared a set of business and personal questions for our new members so you can get to know them better. But let me start with the business questions. So first, introduce your company and services. Let us know your specialization, why your company is unique, and how you can help other members. Plus, let us know what you are looking for in Global Air Cargo Alliance. So to start things off, let me call on Siddhartha Sina, Managing Director of Sino Global Logistics from China.
Hello, hi. Good afternoon, good evening, everyone.
Good afternoon.
You can hear me, right?
Yes, we can hear you just fine.
Great. Hello, everyone. I am Siddharth or Sid from Sino Global Logistics in China. It is a startup. We started in 2019 offering freight forwarding services. I'm probably the most unique Chinese service provider you can see with my face, not so Chinese, but we are a Chinese company and we're offering global services, air freight, ocean freight, rural services out of China. Our major markets till now has been the Indian subcontinent from here and Africa. We're focusing a bit in Europe and Middle East now because we see these sectors really coming up in the next decade or so. Sino Global is Sino Global is a very young team. It's a small and medium enterprises with 2 offices in China, in Shanghai and Guangzhou, covering the whole of China, and with a staff team members of 26 people right now. We are roughly about 10 million worth of revenue company, doing okay. This year has been a little stressful for everybody, I guess, all around, and it gives us an opportunity to meet like-minded people under GAA so that we can forge new relationships, and that's the purpose of my being here, or my company being in GAA. Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for sharing that, Sid. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next person, Tran T. Tu Tram of DGS Logistics from Vietnam. Same questions. Introduce your company, your specializations, why your company is unique, how you can help members, and why you'd like to join, why you're joining GAA. Hello, Lily. You can just unmute your microphone. I think your mic is still on mute. There you go.
Hi everybody.
Hello.
Nice to meet you all. I'm Lily. You can call me Lily from DGS Logistics Vietnam. We are so happy to attend our GAA group. Hope that we can exchange business together. DGS have been set up for over 14 years. We are strong for both CNA and we are recently we are more concentrated business for North and South America, European. So it's so nice to connect to you all. See you soon in next year.
Okay, see you next year. Thank you very much, Lily. All right, let's move right along to Anthony Sarcona, Managing Director of Ecosphere Global Logistics from the United States. Hi, Anthony.
Hello, Don. Hello, everyone from the US. So we're a pretty new company. We're very young. London office where our headquarters are started in 2020, but we just opened the US office in 2022. So we are just now hitting about a year old here in the US. We're very young, but we have a lot of guys here with 20 plus and 30 years with myself in the industry. I would say we specialize in most everything. I mean, freight forwarding, but air and ocean export. And we have a guy that's been doing projects for close to 40 years. So we do really well with projects and our ocean and air exports. I think we joined GA, we want to find some more air freight partners that have the like-mindedness, that love air freight, because it is my roots. I started in air freight. That's where I started, and it's what I love. So I'm hoping to find more of it. There's so much ocean out there. It's overwhelming. I'd rather be doing air freight myself specifically. So I'm just looking for some good people with like-mindedness and to move some air freight.
All right. Yeah, I'm sure you're going to find some great people in this network, and you'll get to see them all in person in March. So can't wait for that. All right. Thank you very much, Anthony. And last but not least, we have Nguyen An Min, General Director of Kai Min Global from Vietnam.
Yes. Good afternoon, good morning, everyone. Yes, my name is Hian from Kai Min Global, and take the chance, I would like to introduce our companies. Yes, Kai Min Global is established in the 2008, and we joined with the GAA network. With the aim is strong together. We ought to become stronger, and together with all the members in the GAA to become more developing and stronger. And now what we can do and what we can support the member in the GAA, I would like to invite you to see our video clip. So Mr. John, could you please help me to open the video? Thank you.
With the goal of becoming Vietnam's leading logistics company in providing comprehensive and flexible logistics solutions on an international level, in 2008, Kai Min Global was established with the primary focus on LCL consolidation service. After 15 years of growth, we are grateful for the dedicated and enthusiastic contributions from around 500 staff from our 4 offices in Vietnam and from our network of famous and experienced agents across the 5 continents. The leading and core service that affirms KMG's leading position in the logistics markets is our LCL consolidation service, with more than 20 direct services from Vietnam to major destinations in China, such as Shanghai, Shenzhen, LCL direct service to 5 Japanese main ports, to Korea and to intra-Asia. Especially, we have the weekly direct service from Vietnam to Los Angeles, New York. We also have the weekly LCL direct service to Vietnam from overseas, such as China, Hong Kong, Singapore, Japan, and other intra-Asia ports. Currently, we have handling over 500,000 CBM annually. KMG's FCL service is worldwide. Our largest market is the Asia market as a whole with 3,300 TEUs, with 1,400 TEUs to Japan alone, followed by the USA market with 3,500 TEUs. In particular, we have an FMC license issued by US Customs for all goods going to the USA. Regarding our air service, KMG is exclusive member of AOG 24/7 network in Vietnam, always ready to serve our customer 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We are also proud to have received the Best Member Award for many consecutive years. Warehousing service, regular warehouse, CFS warehouse, bonded warehouse, storage, collections and distribution of goods for major shippers in China, Japan, Korea, Europe, and America with volume of goods up to 1 million per year, operating on a total area of 50,000 square meters of warehouses in many cities. Custom clearance service, applying for special license for a variety of goods. Domestic transportation service with more than 50 vehicles available. Cross-border transport balance through China, Thailand, Laos, and Cambodia. End-to-end shipping service, DAP, DDU, DDP to Japan, Thailand, China, USA, and many other countries. Multimodal transport service, packing goods, installing machinery and factories, oversized and overweight goods, e-commerce service. We operate our business according to ISO 9001 to 2015 standard, and step by step, we strive to perfectly optimize our software and to ensure accuracy and timeline for customer. We also join hands in finding and building up a strong young worth for the logistics industry. Besides business development, we always try to preserve the company's business culture, giving is forever, with our annual social activities. Your satisfactions as our customer is our success as a business. Thank you for placing your trust in KMG and for accompanying us through the first 50 years of our journey as we set sail for the new horizons.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for your presentation, Hien. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
All right. So now it's time for us to move to our personal questions. You may ask why we would do this type of thing, but I think when we're doing business with one another, it's not only important to know each other from a professional standpoint, but also from a personal standpoint so that we can show that we have some things in common despite being halfway across the world some of the time. So these questions are for our entire panel. So feel free to unmute your microphone and just chime in as you like if you have an opinion on the question that I'm going to ask. So first, how do you guys manage stress and your free time? Would anybody like to answer? There you go.
Who is this? Who's okay? I mean, am I supposed to answer this?
Yes, of course. Definitely, Sid. Yes.
Well, I think being so many years in this industry, we used to stress. Anyway, all of us, all the friends here will probably agree to that. I think we have to accept one thing that we don't know. We straightforward have not learned one thing is to de-stress ourselves. We're too involved in taking care of our customers. That is a positive thing as in the industry as executives. But I think we do sort of compromise our personal life in doing what we do on a day-to-day basis. So that's something that I think we should learn, and everybody should have some or the other passion to follow. Some folks play golf, some folks, they do hockey, or I personally de-stress myself with a lot of music. So there's one thing that I do is a lot of music. There's one passion that I've followed for the last 8-9 years that keeps me going and brings a lot of good relationships, and I get to meet great people. I mean, so I think there's one thing that we all can do is to follow one passion, and then you meet people from outside of the industry and not just talk about how much does that container cost. When we get out in the evening and just have a drink or have a game or go to a concert or go to something artistic, it totally calms us down. So for me, music is the one thing.
What type of music do you like to listen to, Sid? What's your genre of choice?
Classical and traditional music. I also happen to, if you follow me on my LinkedIn, I've been living in China for the last 17 years. I'm an Indian, but we run a company here, and we saw that there's something that's very popular from India. It's called Bollywood. and but not many people know about our classical music or classical dance, which is similar to Persian, or we have great percussion instruments and all. I realized that in China, it was pure out of nostalgia that I was missing it, and we organized a little concert, a couple of friends together. We were so encouraged by the participation of people that in the next 4 or 5 years, we've turned into a festival. It is an registered a foundation here, which is a nonprofit foundation that encourages Chinese musicians, Chinese artists, and Indian artists to collaborate together. And we, just a set of friends, creating that foundation, we are able to organize festivals, bring in artists from both places, do workshops, and get involved with universities, get involved with students, music-loving people. It gives us a lot of kick. It gives us a lot of satisfaction that we are able to do. I think we're able to contribute to the society by bringing in cultures together. And in turn, I think while we invest or while we spend some money in it, it gives us back in terms of relationship, whether it is government relationships or business relationships whatsoever. So it is classical music from my country and from other countries as well.
Absolutely. That sounds incredible. It sounds like there's like a bit of a cultural exchange with the music, and I guess you do some sort of what the kids call a mashup of the different genres, eh? So that's pretty neat. Thank you so much for sharing that, Sid. Really appreciate that. All right. How about Anthony? I think he wanted to say something about this as well. How do you manage your stress?
Well, yeah, it was Sid jumped in too because no one was answering. But yeah, I think we are probably in one of the most we used to drink and go party to get rid of it. But as we get older and wiser, we know that that's not always the best way to go. So I think for me, I definitely agree with Sid. I think music is one of the greatest ways, playing music, listening to music. But for me, more than anything, I like to work on classic cars. I like to work with my hands, keep me busy, kind of take your mind off the things that kind of push your health, right? And then you get back into just focusing on making something work that's specific, like an automobile.
Oh, I think your mic just turned off there. There you go. You're back.
Yeah. So, but that for me, that's it. I'm with Sid music, and then working on classics for sure.
So, what's your holy grail, Anthony, of classic cars?
Air-cooled 911, 70s or 80s.
Air-cooled Porsche 911. Gotcha.
Yes.
You have one?
Right now, though, I'm working on no, that's my next car. I gotta finish this one. So that's my holy grail now. Yeah, but right now I'm working on an 86 BMW. I've almost got it finished. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, it's fun.
I like the shape of those older BMWs from back in the day.
Yeah, the 80s with the Euro lights and sleek. Yeah, pretty quick. They're very light, little V6 in there. They're fun, very fun to drive. Manual, no automatics. Got to be stick shift.
Yeah.
Very fun to drive. Very basic engines.
Does Anthony want copies to be made in China and sent to him?
Sorry, Sid, what was that?
I said, does Anthony want copies to be? Does Anthony want us to make copies from China and send to him?
Sure. Copies of what? What are we copying?
The classic cars that you're collecting.
Oh yes, absolutely. Oh, parts for sure. Sometimes that's for sure. Sometimes it's hard to find those parts. That's for sure. But yeah. Absolutely, let's do it.
All right, see that partnership's already forming right here, right now at GAA. All right, does anybody else have any? Does anyone else want to chime in? Any of our new members would like to chime in on this question? If not, we can move on to the next question. But Hien, yes, of course. Hi.
Yes.
Yes. Did you want to answer how you manage your stress and free time?
Yes, when I have free time or I have some problem in the business, at that time I need the time to relax, and my most wanted is watching the film or go to the Facebook and to visit what our friends already done or what they already saw in their Facebook. Yes.
What's your favorite film?
Normally that is the drama film.
Drama films. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I see. I see.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that information. Yes, we definitely love our Netflix and chill as well, I'm sure. All right, let's go ahead and move on
Yeah.
to. Hello? Is that...
Yeah, Don.
Yes, go ahead.
For me, to remove my stress level, what I do is go home and start cooking. That's my hobby. You know, whenever I feel so much of stress, so I divert my mind to cooking. So I need to have the recipe correctly done. So that's what I do to remove my stress if I have
What cuisine do you prefer to
Normally, it's all Indian because I'm an Indian.
Normally
it's Indian, but then also I have tried out a lot of Southeastern dishes. We do noodles and different kind of noodles, and even different kind of chickens from Chinese recipes like Sichuan and all those. So I've been trying those new recipes on and off. Sometimes it comes okay, sometimes it's very bad, but then I keep on trying it. This is to just remove my stress.
It's
fine. And in free time, yes, I watch movies. I'm a very fan of Netflix. So any new action movie comes in, I'm there. The latest one was Extraction 2, the second part, the sequel.
Chris Hemsworth, right?
Very nice movie, yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks for sharing. I also like my fair share of movies and also cooking. I actually do have an Indian curry that I make myself, but I'd be scared to present it to someone
Why?
from India.
So you can
I don't
always
know if
ask
it's,
me. I will
good-
send you the
good enough.
recipe.
But nonetheless, thank you so much for sharing, Govinder. All right, let's go to our next question now. If you aren't an air freight forwarder, what are you? What's your how do you identify yourself as perhaps you have maybe you're a singer, a poet, and some sort of artist, classic car repairman, perhaps. There's a lot out there. Would anyone like to share?
Well, I think clearly, if not a air freight forwarder, then maybe a sportsman, because we grew up playing one game which only like 10 countries play, that's cricket, and or definitely a musician, because that came very naturally. These two things came very naturally in a small town, growing in a small town. Obviously, my educational skills were not so great. Otherwise, I would not have been only an air freight forwarder. I probably would be owning airlines by now. So I think, yeah, it would either be sports or arts for sure. Yeah.
Good. How about Lily? We haven't heard from you yet, Lily. If you're not an air freight forwarder, what are you? What else do you do?
I have many activities to do. When I'm free, I can play badminton with my staff, with my customer, or with my partners, even with some civilized salesmen. And we can I'm in Ho Chi Minh City, and we have some place to go. We can and I also I have some course to learn more to improve our skill, something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I can learn more another sport.
Mm-hmm.
For example, badminton, ping pong, something. Yeah. I have many activities to do. Yeah.
Racket sports, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of fast twitch racket sports. Yes, very familiar with that. Also, it makes a, it's a very good workout. Definitely badminton. When I play, I'm usually sweating buckets. It's very, very good. So that's cool. Thank you so much for sharing that you play that sport. So
Yeah.
I will chat. Maybe if I challenge you, I'll probably lose. But good,
Yeah.
good to know that you play that sport. All right. So let's. Anybody else want to chime in on this one?
Hello, Don.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi,
Hello.
Ivy.
Yes. Hello, everyone. On behalf of Ivy from Supercargo Service, good afternoon, everyone from Vietnam. Actually, if I have a chance, I would like to be a singer, but unfortunately, in fact, that my voice not good enough. So I must be a air freight forwarder. And also not only for the air freight forwarder, we are also we are very strong for sea freight. And the main market we are now focusing is the Canada and US. We have our own FMC license and we have the contract with more of the shipping line here. We are here for top one local company export the volume from Vietnam to the US and also the top tail for global company to the US too. So everyone have any inquiry, please contact to us. I would like to work with both of you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Ivy. And yes, I also like to think of myself as an aspiring singer. Every time I go karaoke, I always think I'm better than I am, probably. But
thank you, Don.
Thank you so much, Ivy. All right, let's move on to our third question. I have a feeling I'll have more people chime in on this one. How did you start your career in air freight forwarding? So, does anyone here want to tell us their origin story, their beginnings in this industry? Anthony, you were mentioning you were in this business for 30 years, although you're brand new. Your office is brand new in the States, I think. Why don't you give us a little bit of a background on your beginnings?
I like how you called it the origin story. I was bit by a spider, a radioactive spider, but no, my grandfather, my father's father, started a trucking company in the 40s. And of course, my father worked for him, and then I worked for my father in trucking. But when my father retired and the company kind of disbanded, I landed at a freight forwarder with some friends and colleagues that I met through the trucking industry. So I ended up in freight forwarding. But yeah, I've been probably more than 30 years. I just say 30 because, I started as a teenager, as a young kid. But yeah, so it was because of my father. He cursed me with the freight forwarding disease. You can't get out. You try, but you always end up back here working for a freight forwarder. So yeah.
Right. And you were also bit by a radioactive spider.
And yes, I fell into a vat of radioactive freight forwarding juice, and here I am.
Here you are. All right. Does anybody else want to give their origin story or their beginnings in the freight forwarding industry?
Hi. Yes, me again.
Yes. Hello. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yes. Actually, firstly, for the first answer, if I not an air freight forwarder, what am I? I think nothing changed because when I was in the university, my major already is transportation. So I think if I'm not a freight forwarder, maybe doing in the master consolidation or taxi driver, that is whatever job, but related with the transportation. And why and how I did start in the air freight forwarder? Actually, before I was a document staff in the FCL department, But one time when I go traveling and I lost my luggage, at the time in the journey to find my luggage, I found that, oh, handle the air freight shipment is also very interesting, because also have missed destination or losing or missing or something happened with the labeling. So that's why I moved to the air freight department. And then after that, I come with a new project in my company is for the AOG freight. That is handled for the aircraft part. So I already handle for the aircraft part nearly 10 years. And at the time, when the first time I heard about the AOG, I don't know what is AOG. So my customer said with me, AOG is aircraft on ground. And that is very urgent situation. We have to move the components at the fastest time, and anytime, anywhere. We also have to handle whatever the weekend or the holiday. So from that time, my life stick with the word AOG until now. Yes. So that is the origin story of my business and my job. Yes.
All right. So you've always been wanting to be in this industry. You were born for it, I suppose. You've always had a passion, so that's very good to hear. Very nice to hear, and I'm sure a lot of people will want to work with you as well, knowing that. All right. You're welcome. Does anybody else have a story? Would like to say how they started off in freight forwarding? All right. If there isn't anybody else that would like to add, then we'll go ahead to our last question for the day, our last personal question, which is, how do you describe air freight forwarding in one word? So if you could pick one word, we might as well go down the line here, since you're only sharing one word. Let's start with Lily. Hi, Lily. Hi. Can you give us one word to describe freight forwarding?
I think air freight only very fast action.
Fast action. All right, great. That's a good one. All right, how about Hien? One word.
If on what I think the word I choose, the word is co-loader. Why I choose the word is co-loader. Co-loader. Why I choose that? Because until now, with the air freight fuel, we still have to connect with the airlines by the GSA or by the CSA. Maybe the direct customer still not have too much chance to connect with the carrier directly. They still have to connect with the CSA, the GSA. So I choose the word co-loader. Yes.
Co-loader. Okay.
Yes.
Got you. Thank you very much. All
yeah,
right.
Thank you.
Ivy, how about you? You seem to have a word you'd like to share as well. Hi.
Hello, Don. The one word that I think that the more important is every for that fast, because when the client they choose the service air freight, that means they always want that the shipment come fast. Otherwise, they will choose sea freight. So we will describe air freight by only one word, fast. And in supercargo service, for now we are focused the air freight from Vietnam to over the world. We have signed the contract with most of the airline like PRTK, TZ, and the important we care for all our customers that the fast service and the good service. We always reply to all our clients in very fast action, and we try to find the good services for them by air freight. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Anthony.
I mean, that's a tough one. I guess partnership would be the word, because
Mhm.
as with most freight forwarders, we're not asset heavy. We're mostly asset light, maybe trucks or warehousing and things like that. We don't own planes. So I think you got to have a partnership with not only your agents and your friends in the corners of the world, but also with the airlines and with your vendors. Because let's face it, without the partnerships, it's very difficult to get a lot of this done. And, that's
Mhm.
very relationship based. So yeah, partnership for sure.
Right, which is exactly what these events are for, to build on those partnerships. All right, great. I think that does it for all of our personal questions for today. So now I'd just like to take this time to share with you guys some updates and reminders about our network. So Global Air Cargo Alliance is an exclusive network of active air freight forwarders. Currently, we have 160 plus member stations in 60 plus countries worldwide, covering the Americas, Europe, Africa, Middle East, and Asia Pacific. Our current members are maximizing the benefits from the network, such as global branding, exposure and expos worldwide, great partnerships with the biggest companies in the industry, payment security, and a whole lot more. So save the date for our next virtual event, our GAA orientation meeting on January 23, 2024 at 4 p.m. Hong Kong time, which is open to non-members that are interested to join Global Air Cargo Alliance. For the in-person event, we are glad to announce that Global Air Cargo Alliance will hold its 5th annual partnership meeting on May 13 to 16, 2023 at the Le Méridien Phuket Beach Resort, Thailand. We will once again co-host it with the Life Logistics Network, Cold Chain Connect, and Air Cargo Group to maximize your networking opportunity. So if you haven't registered yet, simply visit our website, www.globalaircargoalliance.com/Phuket, or you may drop your contact information in the chat box and our GAA team will get in touch with you. Once you become a member of the network, your company will be announced and promoted as part of a global network to all of our members and global database of air freight forwarders to further promote business amongst the network. You will then be added to our network agency list where you can identify the payment habits of our other members. So please also watch out for our new RW app, which will be rolled out at the end of the summer this year. So thank you very much for your contribution to GAA's new member introduction, Anthony Sarcona, Lily Tram, Nguyen An Min, and Sid Sina, together with our sponsors, Karen Williams, Ultra Cosiera Panant, and Daniel Rodriguez. We really appreciate you making time for us, and we would like to thank everyone that has attended today's event. I hope that you had a great time, and thank you so much for attending. If you do have the chance, please do visit our GAA website to learn more about our exclusive network. And for those of you already interested to be a member now, or if you have any questions, you may drop your email address here in the chat box and our team will get in touch with you. We have also left you a poll, so if you could please take just a couple of minutes to fill it out, it'll be very helpful for us to improve our virtual events moving forward. Once again, my name is Don Puno, and thank you so much for joining me today. Have a beautiful day, everyone.